All right, this is our first sportscentered.blogspot.com audio, internet show. I don't know. We haven't came up with a good name yet. I'm thinking like Loud and Obnoxious or You Kiss Your Mother in That Mouth. Fair warning, there will be lots of swearing. I have Mike Packard. Say hello, Mike. It's okay.
How the fuck are you?
Okay, good. Ryan Millard.
Oh, what's going on, people?
These people will combat. Me and Ryan do the R&R show for Michigan games, but now the off season we're not bored, and so we came up with this.
Hey, Michigan never takes an off season.
That's true.
We're full time.
Because they are playing basketball right now. Who gives a shit about that?
12-5, whatever the fuck they were. Yeah, off season work last year.
Anyway, I'm gonna be like the moderator. I'm just gonna make sure everybody gets their word in, so these guys don't go off. Acting like jackasses. I mean, they're gonna go at each other's throats. So we'll see what happens here.
Bound to happen anyway, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah. I know I'm a jackass at heart, so it's gonna get crazy. I second that.
It's already going. It's already going.
No hard feelings. So Millard and I are actually we go way back to kindergarten and had many sexual experiences and exploits together. So I might get a little heated, but at the end of the day, we're gonna nuzzle up to each other and
shared girls.
Gotta get my first
Brittany.
Huh? That got awkward.
All right, back to matter at hand. I guess our sports topic of the day. Rich Rodriguez. I know it's old, but these two are on opposite ends of the hire. Ryan's against the hire, Rich Rodriguez, and Mike is for it since Mike is over tradition. So I said Mike, I meant Matt, Mike, whatever. Mad Mike. I'll let Mike start off. What's your opinion of the hire?
What's your
Mike?
Huge opinion? Well, I think I'm a little skeptic, obviously, but I do think it's a good hire. I'm totally over the smash mouth per se of the Big Ten. I think you need to open up the offense. I think it's fantastic. Ryan Mallett's gone. He sucks. Reminds me of a topic that Ryan and I used to debate. Ryan Ellsworth about Charles Rogers. Ryan wanted to suck on his cock, and I thought he was worse.
That's not true. That's not true.
Pretty much, and I think
he had some good touchdowns this rookie year.
That one-handed Mallett, that was pretty good. Yeah. Oh, shit. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited for the hire. I think it'll be good. I think he'll bring in a new youthful enthusiasm. If we can get over this whole contract dispute with West Virginia, he'll bring in his spread offense. He's known as the I can't think of the word, but he started the offense, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see Michigan go in a new way. I'm not a huge Michigan fan. I do join Michigan football. I root for him, and this definitely gets me on board more so than with Lloyd Carr and his boring ass put you to sleep offense.
Ryan, rebuttal.
Well, within the 2 years of his boring-ass offense was there, he won a national championship. If Rich Rodriguez can do that shit, I'll be amazed, but there's no fucking way that's going to happen at all. His offense, it's good for putting up about 42 points, but when you run a shit defense and you give up about 35 a game, there's no point.
These are Big East players.
Yeah. I mean, shit, our transfers went to West Virginia, okay? We're pulling in the big dogs over here. We don't want this piddly-ass throw the ball like 5 yards and option for 5 yards, all that bullshit. Pound the ball, run it up the middle like Big Ten football is supposed to be, for God's sakes. I mean, every year it seems like there's a Big Ten team in the national championship, even though they get fucking whacked.
Get their asses handed to them.
Yeah, but at least they're in there, and that's just the respect that the BCS has for the Big Ten teams. So, I don't know. I don't agree with the hire. I don't think he'll last too long.
Like the Bill Callahan hire of Nebraska, we're going to be set back
I don't think it's
10
that
years.
bad. That guy was just set up for failure. I mean, every team he was given was probably
like at the top of their league in their division or whatever. Like when he was with the Raiders, they were one of the best teams in football. He took them to a Super Bowl, but shit, after that they were horrible. He's one of the worst coaches I've ever seen. Same with Nebraska. He ran that program right into the ground.
I don't think Rich will run Michigan into the ground, but they won't.
Here's my last take on that. I think if you got Lloyd Carr. His heydays were in the late 90s and decent teams in the 2000s, but he couldn't get the job done. He couldn't beat Ohio State. He didn't win a bowl game until they beat the fuck out of Florida. Thank God, because I hate Florida. Then look at Rich Rodriguez the last 7 years. I mean, his record's impeccable. It speaks for itself. Look what they did this year. You know, he finally started. He got his players in at West Virginia, had his system. He had those young, fast kids. You know, strong, quick, fast kids. You know, and I think it's fantastic. I mean, yeah, they do play in a. I don't think the Big East is as good a conference as the Big Ten, but by far. I mean, if you look at, you know, Lloyd now and Rich now, I think it's a good hire. I mean, it may take him a year or two, just like John Beeline with the basketball program, but I think
he's a cock smuggler.
Yeah, well, it's not going well for Michigan right now with all this contract.
They're doing great. It's a rebuilding year, don't worry.
They played Wisconsin tough though. Hate them Badgers.
Oh, we're talking about basketball.
Now you know what it's like being a Spartan fan rooting for Michigan basketball.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Well, I don't know. You guys sound like you're both retarded in the subject, but we'll go on to something else. Let's see here. No, you guys did well. I don't know. I want there needs to be a change, so I'm sort of on the change bandwagon because I like Lloyd, but
the only last point I got is the only thing I don't like is that they get beat by the spread all year. They get beat by the spread the past God knows how many years. I mean, they always get beat by the spread. Well, the first thing they want to do when they hire a new coach is hire somebody that runs the spread. That's just dumb, man. Why would you want to take something that you're getting beat by all the time? I mean, you're just trying to do what everybody else is. And
think how they'll make defense better, though. They practice against the spread every day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Isn't the old saying?
I don't think the defense did too bad of a job towards the end of the season against the spread, and that's what they kept saying. Michigan cannot defend against the spread. Well, I guarantee they played more teams that ran the spread than any other teams in college football this year. So I didn't think they did too horrible of a job, but they just couldn't move the ball on offense like they used to.
No, I don't think.
College football is kind of more of a quick, a smaller, quicker, faster game, and Lloyd likes to recruit those big farm boys that are big, fast, strong, not necessarily fast and quick, and that's why they were a step slow. But Rich is going to bring in fast, quick guys, and that's going to make a big difference because Michigan, that's been their main problem. They're just slower than shit.
Yeah, well, if you can't beat them, join them. I think, right? You can't beat them, join them. That's what we're going with.
Slow ain't gonna win any football games in college football or the NFL. The way the game's the way the game's going. It may go back to that way, but right now it's all about speed and quickness and flat. And Michigan sure is none of those the last couple of years.
Well,
until that Florida game.
I didn't like how the guy left West Virginia. It seemed like he kind of disrespected the school that gave him a good opportunity, good head coaching job, and what's he going to do if he gets fired from Michigan or ends up resigning because things aren't going the way everyone planned? What's he going to do when he leaves? Is he going to shred documents? I mean, get rid of take recruits with him, all that type of shit. Well, I don't know.
But we know people from West Virginia. They're just a bunch of wine asses anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Candace, love you.
Yeah, there's a lot of good-looking girls down there, but they all day douchebags. I don't know anything about that.
Inside joke.
They're horny down there.
All right, that's been our first topic. We'll be back with our second one here in a bit. This is sportscenter.blogspot.com.